So one of my previous videos was on how your rich man fantasy is a trauma response, and I cross-promoted it on TikTok, and let's just say the comment section got a little bit spicy. Some women really resonated. They got it. They understood I wasn't judging, I was just offering a perspective on how unhealed money wounds can sneakily dress themselves up as empowerment, but some people got a little defensive. And if you were one of them, I just want to say I understand. It's okay. If my content triggers you, I genuinely invite you to stay open because sometimes the truth lives in the tension. And defensiveness is often just a wound trying to protect itself from being seen. Okay? The comments I want to talk about today aren't funny or petty or dramatic. They are heartbreaking because they reveal something so important. The person's wound has completely taken the wheel, but they've mistaken it for wisdom. They believe their wounded self is their higher self. They think their trauma response is actually self love. And that's not me being patronizing, that's me speaking as someone who's been there. Okay? Let me read you a couple of the comments that stood out. She left like 10 comments on my video, by the way. My wholeness is to choose the quickest route and to be debt free. Why should I waste my best young years breaking my back when I can marry rich, smarter, not harder? And then another one. My higher self is advising me to take the quick route instead of breaking my back for 20 years and waste my youth making money and probably being in debt when I can get a man to give me cash to start a business. Now, let's break this down, okay? First of all, this fixation on the quickest route, why are we in a rush? When did urgency become virtuous? When did quick become more desirable than aligned? To me, that urgency signals survival mode. It tells me the nervous system is still in a state of panic. It's still saying, I need to escape, I need out, I need relief right now. And when urgency is driving the bus, alignment goes out of the window. That's not sovereignty, that's a coping mechanism. And then there's the phrase, breaking my back. That's not just a metaphor, that's a core wound speaking. And it's specifically the hard money wound. It's the belief that making money requires pain, depletion, overwork, suffering. It's the belief that the pursuit of wealth will come at the cost of your body, your joy, your youth. Then we hear probably being in debt again and again. This assumption that building something for yourself will inevitably lead to debt, as if it's just a foregone conclusion, and the belief underneath that is devastating. If I try to earn my own money, I'll suffer, but if a man gives it to me, I'll be safe. Do you see how much is going on here? This isn't about laziness or ambition. It's not even about men. It's about deeply embedded beliefs that are driving every financial decision from the shadows. It's about self-trust, it's about self-respect, it's about self-worth, or rather, the lack of it. And the sad part is, if that's what you believe, that will be your reality. Because beliefs aren't passive, they are powerful. They shape your reality whether you realize it or not. They become the filter through which you see every possibility, every opportunity, every risk. Let's zoom out for a second. If you want to understand how you truly feel about yourself, your self-worth, there's a really simple way to do it. Look at your net worth, because your net worth is often a mirror of your self-worth. Not in a moral sense, not in a rich people are better sense, but in a psychological and emotional sense. It reflects what you believe you are allowed to receive, what you believe you are safe to hold, what you believe you are capable of managing. Do you currently have all the money you need? Do you feel capable of managing it well? Do you feel worthy of it? Do you believe you can grow it, enjoy it, trust yourself with it? If not, there may be some deep, unconscious blocks around worth. When we feel like we aren't enough or that we aren't good enough, we also fear that we'll never have enough. And that fear becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It drives us to make decisions that confirm the very thing we're afraid of. We sabotage, we panic spend, we under-earn, we settle, we hide, and we don't even realize we're doing it. There's this painful little math equation happening inside most of us. I'm not enough, therefore I can't have enough. Therefore, I'm always trying to get enough, but I never feel like I do because I still believe I'm not enough. It's this endless emotional loop happening in the shadows, and most of us never even stop to notice it. Until we get to the root of the problem, which is unworthiness, we will continue to subconsciously sabotage the very thing we're longing for. You've probably heard about people who win the lottery and lose it all. That's not just poor money management, that's a worth wound. The person never did the inner work to feel safe holding that much money. Their nervous system doesn't believe they're worthy of it, so they get rid of it. You might even be doing that on a smaller scale. Maybe you get a bonus and you blow it. Maybe you avoid checking your bank account. I was really guilty of that one. Maybe you undercharge. Maybe you think wealth is reserved for other people. That's the painful truth. You can't fix a financial problem with money. You can only fix a financial problem by fixing the beliefs behind it. Because money isn't just math, it's identity, it's nervous system regulation, it's self-concept, it's power. And that's why we unconsciously create situations in which money becomes a problem, not because we're lazy, not because we're bad with numbers, but because we are terrified to look at the deeper story underneath. So we put on blinders, we distract ourselves, we say things like, I'm just not a money person, or money isn't everything, or rich people are greedy. Because it's easier to cling to those identities than to sit with the fact that we've never actually asked ourselves, what do I believe I deserve? Our net worth and our self-worth are often tangled, and our relationship to money is rarely about money. It's about what we believe we're allowed to have. It's about what we believe we're capable of holding. It's about what we believe will happen if we do have more. Will we be judged? Will we be unsafe? Will we lose love? Will we lose ourselves? This is why some people will literally brush off a compliment, not because it wasn't kind, but because it didn't fit their belief system, their low self-worth. And if we can't receive a compliment, how can we expect to receive abundance? Your beliefs are magnets. They energetically attract circumstances that match what you already think is true. And anything that doesn't match, you'll push it away, or worse, you'll explain it away. So, if your core belief is, if I try to be financially independent, I'll break my back and end up in debt, then your nervous system will make sure that becomes true. Not because you're cursed, but because you've been conditioned. But the good news is this: beliefs are learned, and anything learned can be unlearned. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a money journal, buy a new journal, and write this at the top of the page. What beliefs are shaping my financial reality? Let it pour out. You might find things like, some really common shadow beliefs. I don't make enough to save. I have to work hard. I have to work hard for every penny. I'm too old to start over. I'm not good with money. I've been out of work for too long. Rich people are greedy. Money doesn't come easily to people like me. If I had more money, people would resent me. I don't deserve nice things. Look at those beliefs. Really look, because most of them aren't even about money. They are about worth. They are about shame. They are about fear. And they've been running your financial life for years. And if you would like help unpacking them, I do offer one-to-one coaching calls. The link is in my description. But even if you never work with me, please do the journal prompt. Let it show you what you've been carrying. Because the truth is, your worth quotient is already impacting your net worth. And when you shift how you see yourself, everything else starts to shift too. You are not broken, you are not behind, you are not incapable. You're just believing something that was never true to begin with, and it's time to let it go. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in a jiffy.